because during that playoff game, Trevor Lawrence, our quarterback, threw 4 picks in the first half.
Yep.
And the O-line kept going up to him saying, good. Like, Coach Peterson made us watch that video earlier in the week, and that brought me to this playoff game. But that playoff game, we played the Chargers at home in Duval. It was a great game. Didn't start off great. We started off, I think we were down like 30-7 or something.
Yeah, something crazy.
Coming back, game-winning field goal last second, won the game, 3rd largest comeback in playoff history.
Sharp French, what up? This one luck, I let the pain inspire me. I put my all in everything I'm doing. Up until it's done, I'm me for the entirety. I put in overtime, I be working. Just know I'ma go for mine, cause I earned it. They watching, I know it's time. I confirmed it. A whole society determined to serve.
What if you grew up in Youngstown, Ohio, in a football family where everybody that you're related to is playing big Division I football? To find yourself overlooked, having no scholarship, and being provided a walk-on opportunity at Baylor University, one of the most prestigious universities in the world, have an illustrious career there, and then all of a sudden find yourself undrafted, only to be signed as a free agent for the Jacksonville Jaguars, and a few years later be named first team All-Pro. Man, what a story that would be. Well, follow me on this journey with Ross Matiscik, your NFL All-Pro for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Come check it out.
This one luck, I let the pain
Welcome,
inspire me.
Jack's long snapper, Ross Matiscik.
What's up, man?
Good to see you, bro. Just know I'ma go for mine, cause I earned it. They watching, I know it's time. I confirmed it.
What is up, everybody? We are back at Lynch's Irish Pub in Jacksonville Beach, Florida. I have with me today your long snapper from the Jacksonville Jaguars, All-Pro, Ross Matiscik. What's up, buddy?
What's going on?
Man, I don't know. Hey, no one better than you right now. You just got back from the UK. You got plates on your golf cart now. You're street legal. You drove here.
Got a clean garage.
You got yes, dude. You cleaned your own garage.
Yeah.
Man, you could probably get people to do that for you now too.
Hey, it gets expensive, so I just do it myself. You know?
That's awesome, man. Well, hey, dude, welcome to the show.
Yeah.
Excited to chat with you, and you know, it would be horrible of me not to mention the connection that we have through a very special family to you and also to me,
right.
The Habudas, man.
Very, very cool connection. Yeah, whenever Brad reached out to me, my cousin, regarding the podcast and you and how you coach both of his sons was pretty cool, and I was all for it. And they're a great family, and it's pretty cool to know that you have a factor in those kids' lives. So it's really cool.
Yeah, man. No, I appreciate that, and you know, they're special kids.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're special kids. You know what's special about them is their ability to take things and let them roll off their shoulders and stay focused and driven, and just know that it's not always going to look like they want it to, but they continue to work, man.
Right. Yeah. You definitely know them as like you're their coach.
Yeah.
I know them as my like annoying little cousins at times. So we have two different perspectives, but it's really cool to hear that.
Yeah.
From a coach side of things, you know, that they're coachable and they're willing to get better and put the work in.
Absolutely, man. So you grew up in Youngstown, Ohio, right? Football family. Brother played football. Did your pop play football too?
Yep, Bowling Green.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dad played for Bowling Green. Your brother played for Rice.
Younger brother at TCU playing.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Right now?
Right now, yep.
Good Lord.
Yeah, so we got it. It's
You guys
kinda
like
in our
have
blood.
a football factory over there?
Yeah, my dad married my mom, who's 5'11", and he's about 5'8", 5'9". So he definitely, you know, set us up good with the genetic side of things.
Unbelievable, man. So walk me through that journey as a young boy, right? You've got football players everywhere, so it's like, this is my identity, right? This is what I do. How was that for you?
Football to me was something that I just absolutely fell in love with at a young age. I mean, I was that kid that would get on YouTube and type in Ohio State weight room, Dallas Cowboys facilities, behind the scenes. Like, I wanted to see it all. I didn't miss an episode of Hard Knocks.
That's awesome.
I just wanted to be there so bad. And then it worked out that I am now. But I mean, even now to this day, like I don't miss an episode of Hard Knocks. And in college, my roommates would get tired during camp, say we're not watching that. Last thing we want to, deal with is watch football.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm consumed by it. I love it. So.
Have you watched the new one with the New York Giants front office?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool,
Interesting.
Man. Very interesting.
See, I would say that it's kind of scary to watch as a player.
I bet.
Because you get so consumed in your teammates and your coaches, and that's all you know, right? Like you think it's, the other 53 guys or 52 guys on the team and your coaches, and we're here to go win a ball game. But when you watch that side of things, it's like, wait, these guys are like, weighing how old you are. They're weighing your ability still. They're weighing how much they pay you. They're showing everyone in the market that they can go out and get. And
dude, they're talking about Saquon Barkley like that. It's like, well, I don't think we can trade him realistically, but it's like, dude.
Yeah. So it's like
Barkley.
It's like scary. You almost don't want to watch it because the behind the scenes stuff is like, and they're here to make money too, right? Like the more we win, the more money the Jaguars make, the more money Shad Khan makes. So it's kind of scary,
Just tell the Jaguars, hey, don't do that.
Yeah,
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it, man. Let's just keep it. Let's keep it tight. Let's keep it tight.
Right.
But so growing up as a football kid, and the fact that you have so many people in your family that have played Division I football, man, like that's a pedigree, right? And so when you were able to walk, you're a walk-on at Baylor, right?
Yep.
Walk-on, like, okay, in baseball, cool, right? You could be a preferred walk-on in baseball at a mid-major school or even a Power 5 and light it up and actually get to play. But to walk on to a Power 5 football school.
Yeah.
And now you're in the NFL. Walk us through that journey and how determination played a factor in it.
Yeah, so getting back to the journey side of things, like I said, I was so consumed with football. I loved it. My dream school was Ohio State.
Of course, right.
Being from Youngstown, I just, like, Ohio State was like my only, like, ride or die team, right?
Uh-huh.
So I wanted to play in front of 100,000 people, and it was like a non-negotiable to me. I had some like small D1 AA offers, but I was like, I want to play on prime time every Saturday. I want to run out to 100,000. You know what I mean? Like that's what I wanted. Fortunate enough, my parents were like, hey, if you are determined, like it's a big word. Put your head down and go to work. We're financially stable enough to cover a few years for you to go there.
Oh, wow.
And chase your dream. But like you have to promise us that you're going to give it your all. You're not going to quit, and you're not going to take no for an answer, right? So that's how the dream started. When I ended up deciding to go to Baylor, we were 2 in the nation. So it was like, Baylor's a smaller school, but our program, we were rocking right then. So
yeah, wow.
Really cool. So
that's really cool, man.
Went to Baylor and was a walk-on. I was like the 6th string linebacker. I redshirted. I was getting beat in. They had me playing scout team tight end, scout team
getting
tackle.
Smoked.
Just whatever they needed. I was just whatever.
Of course.
But all I wanted to do was the following year just get on that plane on special teams. All right. So if I can be on kickoff return and that's my only role on the team, and I get on that plane to go to away games, hey, let's do it.
Yeah.
Worked out though that when I was redshirting, my roommate was our punter, and our long snapper was a 5th-year senior. Got drafted by the Lions. And I was like, you can get drafted for long snapper. Like this guy, no offense to him, but he wasn't built the best.
Right,
not the most athletic, and got drafted, right? So Art Briles, I started messing around with snapping. Art Briles, our head coach at the time, said, hey, if you start in the fall, put you on full ride. And I was like, this is my ticket to...
Done.
Yeah, this is my ticket to get on the plane,
Yeah.
I didn't even think about the NFL. I mean, it wasn't even in the back of my mind. My only concern was getting on the field, more so just getting on the plane because I wanted to travel.
You wanted to go, yeah.
I wanted to experience it, but ended up winning the job, getting the scholarship, and
that's so cool. What year was that for you? Was that your redshirt freshman?
Redshirt freshman year, my second year there.
That is really cool, man. It's funny how things can happen behind the scenes, in a program or in your own career. It's like it may not ever look like you think it's going to look, right? I always thought like I was going to make an impact, but I didn't think it was going to look like this, right? And then here you are, like you were, like you said, a linebacker.
Yeah.
And you're like, wait, I can be a long snapper, and it's like you can do that, right? Like, I just think what the important lesson there to me is focus on the now, right? Because like you said, like I NFL wasn't what I was thinking. I just wanted to travel. And here you are, a first team All-Pro.
Yeah, it's crazy to hear that.
That's wild.
It's like when now, if you when you say first team All-Pro, like what are we talking about? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there wasn't even a thought in my mind. Like,
Yeah.
I just wanted to get on the plane. You know what I mean? I would have been a kickoff return, but it's surreal, and it's just, I don't know.
Dude, you got to be proud of yourself, man. Like that's really cool. Do you ever like wake up and you're like, damn, is this really still happening? Like this is.
Yeah, it's weird that I'm going into my 5th year now in the NFL.
Yep.
I just remember like when the Jaguars signed me as undrafted free agent, I just wanted to be on the team so bad. Like it's all I wanted. And I couldn't even imagine being where those vets were in the locker room, like walking into year 5. Like when I see rookies now, I still like think I'm a rookie. Like it hasn't like hit me yet. Like,
but that's part of the good thing, right? That's what makes you you. And it's funny because like you have that walk-on experience, and then now you're undrafted, and now you're an NFL veteran.
Yeah.
Like I mean, you're a veteran in that league, right?
Yeah.
You're like 5 years in, dude. You're an all-pro, undrafted. Like, bro, you've defied every odd. Think about that. What is the main ingredient?
So I'll say that my father told me a sentence at a young age that I would argue is the most impactful sentence he's ever told me. And it is that luck is the definition when hard work meets preparedness. So that's one of those things, like whenever I hear someone get lucky, someone tell me I'm lucky, oh, you're in the right place in the right time. Okay. So you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That's something that I've always carried with me is that like when my moment comes, the one thing I'm not going to be is not prepared.
Dude, that's
and
amazing.
That is just the way that I kind of live my life. And I think that's a big ingredient and a factor why I've had the success that I've had because you can never be too prepared.
Dude, it's funny because I'm listening to you and I'm like thinking about my own journey, dude. Like with this show, it's the underdog. It's the underdog. You're underlooked, undervalued, and then just keep prepping, keep going. And all of a sudden, here we are, right?
Keep pounding the rock.
And
It'll break.
Listen, I'm not done pounding the rock, right? This is not the destination. This is the blast off, right? But like dudes like us understand each other very, very well.
Right, yeah.
Because again, to be undervalued and overlooked, it's like, okay,
Good.
this is cool. Good. Just like Jocko said, right? Like he's like, gonna get the promotion. Good. Being overlooked. Good.
Yeah.
And so that allows you to like be a 5th year, and like you said, you still feel like that rookie. You're like, I haven't made it yet. It's because you're not complacent.
Yeah.
Complacency will kill your career.
Right.
How do you stay in check though? I know you have a great upbringing, but it's like, how does one stay to the point where like, okay, I have not arrived?
Yeah, I would say that I would lie to you to tell you that I haven't felt complacency set in at times.
Of course.
Like when you go to the Pro Bowl, when you're first team All Pro, when you win a playoff game, like you feel it a little bit, right? Because when you're at your high, everyone tells you you're at your high,
of course.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm walking on the stage, you're introducing me as All Pro, right?
Yeah.
But what I will say to touch on that is like my mental battle is like, well, what are the ingredients that got you here, right? Like how do you prepare for a season? And if I run 20 sprints every day to get prepared for camp, and I've been doing it the last 5 years, why am I going to change it, right?
Yeah.
Like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And it's kind of one of those things that like sometimes I think I need to do more than I'm doing.
Okay.
But just do what you're doing. Like just keep moving the dirt. Keep moving the dirt. Keep moving the dirt.
It's undervalued, right? It's underlooked because most people think that just that work has to be out in the open for everybody to see.
Right.
Look at me, or it has to be this big, gritty, and sexy thing.
Yeah.
It's not.
No, it doesn't have
It's
to be.
just getting up and running that sprint. It's
Right.
getting up, doing the interview. It's getting up, inviting that guest, or being brave enough to do something like this.
Exactly.
Scared shitless, no one's going to show up.
Yeah.
But they
look at
did.
here, yeah.
They did. And so that's the work, right? That's the preparation. And if we are not prepared, then when that moment does come, you fall.
Yeah.
And I'm not willing to fall,
and
buddy.
and like that's the thing, like when I came to Jacksonville as a rookie and I was in training camp, if I wasn't good enough, then I'm not good enough, right?
Yeah.
That's the Lord's plan for me. If I'm not good enough to play in the NFL, then I'm straight up not good enough.
Yep.
But that's going to be the only reason why I'm not here.
I like that.
And that's what I told myself. I'm not going to get in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to underwork. I'm not going to have someone work harder than me. Either I'm good enough or I'm not.
Yeah.
And that's the only answer that I'm going to take. And if I put my best foot forward and I fall short, hey, I could tip my cap and I can sleep good at night.
Dude, that's such a simple concept, right?
Like
but
that,
not a lot of people can execute that. Not a lot of people can execute that. It takes a self-aware individual to be like, all right, the only way I'm leaving this league is if I'm not damn good enough.
Yeah.
It's not going to be because I got in trouble. It's not going to be because I missed curfew. It's not going to be because I'm lazy. I'm going to do the work and I'm going to trust the process. And then whatever happens, happens.
Right, exactly.
Right? That's massive. What was it like to win an NFL playoff game, man?
So it's funny you brought that good that good quote up because during that playoff game, Trevor Lawrence, our quarterback, threw 4 picks in the first half.
Yep.
And the O-line kept going up to him saying, good. Like Coach Peterson made us watch that video earlier in the week, and that brought me to this playoff game. But that playoff game, we played the Chargers at home in Duval. It was a great game. Didn't start off great. We started off, I think we were down like 30-7 or something. Ended up
something crazy.
Coming back, game-winning field goal last second, won the game, 3rd largest comeback in playoff history.
That's crazy.
It was awesome, and it was cool to win for our teammates, but it was really cool to win for the city.
Yeah.
You just see like Jacksonville. I love Jacksonville because it's like a college town, and when the Jaguars are rolling, I mean, there's not a better fan base.
Right.
There's not a better place to live. The food tastes better out here. The sun's, shining more. But winning that playoff game was so cool. It was cool for the city. It was cool for the team, and it was a big game that really escalated. Showed everyone in the locker room like, hey, we're not the Jaguars anymore. We're not this team that people walk in here and we roll over. No,
Well, I think it was just the beginning for you guys, dude. To be quite honest, and I know it is. It's just the beginning. You guys just locked Trevor down for 6 years now?
Yeah,
that's massive, dude. That's massive.
Talking about that guy, that's just somebody that when he's on your team, when he's in your huddle, when he's in your locker room, like the guy that like the LeBron James factor, like he makes everyone around him better.
Yeah.
Like that's what he does.
QB1, baby.
Like when you're around him, like you're more confident. It's just, I don't know. He's awesome. He's a great guy, and couldn't be more happy for him and his family to get that contract and to stay in Duval.
That's great, man. So, we're coming up on camp and we're coming up on everything.
Yeah.
What's the vibe like, man? How are the guys feeling, and what's the mission, dude?
Man, we're hungry.
Good.
Last year didn't go the way we wanted to. We started off 8-3.
Yep.
And I think that kind of gets swept under the rug. People think that we might not have the right players, we don't have the right ingredients, we don't have the right coaches, but we started off 8-3. Like at one point we were first in the AFC.
Yeah.
And that's something that hasn't happened here in Duval in a while.
Yeah.
So I think we're here to prove to ourselves like we have the right pieces. We know that. We just need to execute. We need to be more consistent. And during OTAs, you saw everyone come in there and just excited because we could put last year behind us, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's so big, and so many teams and people in life get caught up on the past. Like, it is what it is, right? Like, you're not changing the past.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
And I think being a long snapper kind of helped me learn that is, once you throw that ball between your legs, whether it's 10 feet in the air or rolling on the ground or a perfect snap,
that's it.
You can't control it.
Right.
So you have to move on to the next thing and block your guy, right? Yeah. You got to move on quick. And I think we turned that page, and I think we're ready to. I think we're hungry, ready to make a run.
Well, I think too, what it showed you guys is like you belong, right?
Yeah.
It's like you said, like we're not just the Jags that people are going to roll over now.
Yeah.
Like we belong here. We deserve to win. We have the right pieces. And now this year, I'm excited to see it, man.
Yeah,
I'm excited to see it because once that belief kicks in, that's a different story.
Story.
During the first the season where you're 8-3, there's like, okay, we're 8-3, but oh my God.
Yeah.
Right.
When are we going to fall apart?
When are we going to fall apart? The moment you start, thinking like, when are we going to fall apart? Then you do fall apart. That's just like with anything in life, right? It's like, okay, when's the shoe going to drop? Well, if you look for that shoe to drop, eventually it's going to fall, right?
Yeah.
And it's not going to be pleasant. So it's going to be fun to see what you guys do when that belief is ingrained.
It's in there.
Yeah.
And I think the biggest thing is just staying focused, right? Do you golf at all? Are you a golfer?
No, see, that's funny, man. I hate that sport, man.
Gosh.
I suck. I golfed one time. Do you want to hear that story? I golfed one time. We used to go to this coaches clinic, a baseball coaches clinic in Daytona Beach, Florida, every year. We get there and there's coaches all over the state.
Yeah.
And of course, baseball coaches, there was a lot of drinking, right? And that was a part of the lifestyle. So we'd go out the first night, the next morning, you wake up early and you go golf. The very first drive, hole number 1, I took this swing and I'm like, oh my God, look at that thing go. And I'm like, where is it? And my buddy goes like, bro, you just hit it into the earth. And I was like, I threw the club. I'm like, I'll drive the car for the rest of the time. Yeah. But what about it? You golf? You like it?
Yeah, I love golf. But one thing I was going to talk about on that topic you brought about staying focused is like if you're having the round of your life, in the back of your head somewhere, you're like, when's this blow up hole going to occur? Because it's going to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? You keep thinking that. Don't think about it, man.
Yeah.
You know, stay focused on the current. Stay focused on your next swing, not the hole in general, not the back. You know what I mean? The back 9. But that was a little topic. Not a golfer, so
no. But I get it though.
Relate,
but I get it though because it's focused on the process.
Yeah.
It's focused on the now, and if we can stay present in our career, on the gridiron, whatever it is you're doing on set, you can stay present. Then you're always going to be able to make the impact, bro. Exactly.
Be where your feet are.
It's so hard though, man.
It is hard, right? You have those thoughts trickling in. Just
do, man.
Be where your feet are. Yeah.
It's tough. Well, listen, man. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm a fan. I cannot wait to watch you guys play, dude. And I'm gonna take you up on that offer with the tickets.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna come up. We're gonna do some things with you guys, and can't wait to watch you win 3 or 4 playoff games next year.
That'd be awesome.
Win the big one, baby.
4 would be sweet. Yeah.
4 would be sweet. We're gonna hold that trophy.
Come on now.
All right, man. Congrats, man. I can't wait to see it.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. So I've tried a lot of protein. You know, what I've always found is all the flavors, you can taste artificial flavoring in them. With raw, it's exactly that. I don't taste that. It's a clean protein source. Tastes great, and I'm not putting a lot of things in my body that aren't good for you. The biggest thing that I will say that I love about raw nutrition and Bum Energy is they're all natural ingredients and they're third-party tested. So what that means is an actual lab test is to make sure what's in the product is actually what is stated on the label. And then you'll see on the website of Raw Nutrition that it is signed off on. So there's no banned substances in these products. Athletes can use them safely and not get tested and popped for a failed drug test for performance enhancing, ingredients. It's completely safe, guilt-free, baby.
French, what up? This one luck, I let the pain inspire me. I put my all in everything I'm doing. Up until it's done, I'm me for the entirety. I put in overtime, I be working. Just know I'ma go for mine, cause I earned it. They watching, I know it's time, I confirmed it. A whole society determined to